Hello, I wanted to make a video about this event, the Loot Supply Depot exchange event that is being held, and look a little bit at the math because they don't give us full information and it might be that you don't have enough resources to buy everything. So I'm going to look at this. Now, I don't like that it's not fully transparent how many resources you can get and we always have to calculate. It is what it is, but yeah, so let's look in game very quickly. So I already completed some of them, and the total clear reward for this week, as it is 3 weeks long event, and each week you have one round where you can get resources. So I will be able to get this week a maximum of two extra 280, so 580. And that's the maximum everyone can get on week 1. Now we don't know how much we can get on week 2, week 3, but if we assume it is the same amount, then we just don't have enough to buy out the shop. Now that might be strange because there is this chest here which you can buy any amount of, so you can spend your excess points into this. But let's assume for a moment that every week we get a maximum of 580 guild insignia. And so based on that, what can we buy out? So based on that, I do have a handy spreadsheet I made here. And basically, if every week we get a total of 580, and hopefully we can get more, we'll get a maximum of 1.740 guild insignia, right? And so I did some messing around here to see what combination of resources I can spend to spend exactly this amount. And you might have different resources, but just to give you an idea. Um, right, so if you see there are a lot of things we have to skip in order to spend all of our resources. Now, what resources do I think are really bad? I think these Gamba chests are terrible. This is just garbage. Just throw them in the dumpster. Don't even look at them. Like, just these three make up for what? That's 47% of this chest. I'm not even looking at the other stuff, and this is already bad. I didn't look at everything, but this is already bad value because for 30 insignia points, so basically half of it will go into this. And if you get one of those, like it's just better to straight up buy the resources themselves. Again, assuming we don't have enough resources. So let's just say skip this chest if that's the case. I mean, do I have to talk about it? I guess if you don't know, this is terrible value. It's a huge dump in resources, and this is like mega whale territory. Should not be spending any resources on this. Even if you have them, you probably should not be spending them. They're terrible value. Um, right. So that being said, these two are out of the question. The other thing is, if we compare the greater charms to their lesser version. So each greater charm is the equivalent of 3 lesser charms. But if you see, this is not 1/3 of the price. Or if you want to look at it the other way, this is not triple the price of the lesser charm. So these are very good value, and the lesser ones are not as good value. Right? So if you have to skip charms, which maybe most people don't want to skip charms, but if you must skip charms, get the graders, skip the smallers or the lesser ones. Catalyst, same-ish. I believe this is worth, I forget how it is now. Like if you look at the catalyst points you get from farming, an epic is 400 and the lesser costs 120. So the epic should cost 3.3 times more than the lesser. It's much cheaper than that. So again, skip the smaller ones, buy them with the points, and get the epic ones. Sorry, epic into rare ones. Different naming, right? So just confuse everyone. All right. So if you have to skip these. I will be skipping both of them for my example. And then the rest we have the randoms. Generally, always get the bookmarks because they are one more step toward guaranteeing your pity to the hero that you want. Whereas with these are randoms. They're not going to guarantee you anything except like a random hero you already have. Like they don't guarantee anything. Like it's just a random 3-star, ML 3-star, and there's a random 4-star. Like so, it's not very good value. You have to like get these for sure. If you have to skip these. Mola, I mean, it's up to you. It's very expensive. Probably get it. Also, comparing these two, if you have to skip one of them, skip skip this and get this because with oh actually no, skip these because for 3 of these you can only get half of a Galaxy bookmark, so this costs more, right? So skip the stones if you must. Right. Well, having said that, I think the rest is, I would get these. These are good value compared to the tickets. So if you, although this can get an ML ticket, ML hero, I would still skip it in favor of these if you have to cheap down, right? Again, we're assuming that we will not get enough resources. If we get enough, just get everything. Why not? And then spend your leftovers on the chests. But assuming we don't get everything, I guess if you have to choose, skip these. But though, I mean, you can use this on other stuff. But generally, most people will be using them in Galaxy bookmarks. And again, the heroes here, like this is almost double the price of getting, so this is 50 Insignia Skystones for a 4 to 5-star, but RGB only, and this is 90 Insignia for 4 to 5-star, but with a chance of an ML unit, which, how often have you got an ML, sorry, for the heroes, how often have you gotten an ML from these tickets? I know I haven't. And for the artifacts, I mean, artifacts can be harder to come by, but still, just a 4-star, 5-star. So maybe skip this. Anyway, having said that, let's look at the what I decided to skip. So we skipped the Mana Stone, garbage. Skip the garbage chests. They are garbage. That's why they're named so. I considered skipping the lesser charms, which honestly might not be a good idea, and I will look at this again. But it gives us nice maths. And the other I skipped are the catalysts. So if I skip catalysts and the lesser charms, I can spend the exact amount of resources that we will get in 3 weeks, assuming it's the same amount in the next 2 weeks. So otherwise, I mean, yeah, you're gonna have to figure it out. There's a lot of points being saved up here on the charms. So um, yeah, this is what 260 points. So if you can remove 260 points elsewhere so you can get your charms, go ahead. I'm not sure how you will figure that out. Um, but yeah, that's it. I hope this is insightful, and we'll find out if the next weeks give us more insignias.